and I'm going to share with you information about growth in our student population. And so this chart demonstrates to you the growth of Midway ISD starting in 2010 all the way to the end of the last school year. I began serving Midway ISD in the 2012-13 school year, so in my tenure alone, we have grown about 1,000 students. And so we ended the year at 8,000, a little over 8,300 students. And so when I started, we were a little over 7,300 students. So this is moderate growth. It's not rapid, fast growth, but it certainly is moderate growth each and every year, where we're growing anywhere from 1.5% to 2.5% each year. Now, the projections of Midway ISD, though, show us beginning in this school year through the 27-28 school year, so not quite a 10-year, but really an 8 to 9-year growth plan, shows us at almost 10,700 students. And so from the chart, you can also again see that moderate level of growth, a 1.5%, 2.5% type of percent growth each and every year for the school district. And so a frequently asked question that I get about Midway and its growth is, what about capacity at each of our schools? And so just as a reminder, we have 10 campuses on Midway, within Midway ISD. And this chart shows you, though, where we are. And our first one I'd like to visit with you about is the campus that is the most over capacity, and that is South Bosque. South Bosque has an enrollment now of a little over 700 students. Its capacity was originally designed for 600 students. And so in addition to them, though, we are also one of our newest campuses, Castleman Creek Elementary School, is also at about 103% capacity. So it has a little over 660 students, and it was designed for 640. And then another campus, finally, is Midway Middle School. Many of you may recall the middle school was our high school over 20 years ago. And so when our new high school was completed and opened in 2003, it was converted to a middle school. However, it's designed for a little over 1,300 students. Actually, its capacity is 1,320 to be exact, and we're a little over 100% capacity there, now at 1,331. And just as a reminder, it only houses 2 grades, grades 7th and 8th grade. And so our current enrollment is 8,417 students. If I were to place students, if it didn't matter what campus they were on, just a seat in a Midway school building, then we have capacity of about 9,100 students, a little over 9,100 students. But as I mentioned to you, our growth plan through the year 2028, though, is 10,700 students. And so that is the gap in terms of the facility needs for our growing student population. So in the past, how have we addressed growth? And this first picture there just demonstrates, yes, in the past, our community has passed bonds in the past, where our last one for major school facilities was in 2008, and that's a picture of River Valley. It opened in 2010. Castleman Creek opened in 2010. But we also have utilized portables, and that's a picture, an example. As I mentioned to you, South Bosque's growth, we have purchased a 2-classroom portable that was manufactured, built, and placed on the South Bosque campus this summer. We do not have the grade levels like your first grade, second grade in portables. This is for our special type programs like art and computers. However, the cost of those, this particular one was a little over $100,000 in order to place that. So we do have portables at South Bosque and a couple of the other locations in the district.